At the starting of the week, at Summit Talks, you'll hear them speak. It's only Monday.
Good morning, Vietnam. What's going on, guys? It's your boy JT, and welcome back to another episode of It's Only Monday podcast. This is the podcast to put a little pep in your step. This is the podcast to make a Monday feel like a Friday. This is the podcast to get your Mondays going. Welcome back. It's Monday morning. Listen, guys, I want to say something. First of all, filming these can be hard sometimes. First of all, I enjoy filming these. I enjoy like having these conversations. It's just a good, I don't know. I don't want to say it's cathartic, but it's just a nice way to just have a conversation, create some things that I don't have to put so much thought into. I can just have a conversation. Looks cool, looks good, and at the same time, I can like have a place to just express myself, my thoughts, ideas, share inspiration, happiness, all those type of things, right? But the one thing I will say, man, is like sometimes filming these can be a little challenging because like if I'm by myself, bro, and the reason why I say this is because like I just started this whole thing for like 5 minutes and then I wasn't even recording on the screen, man. And like luckily I have my monitor so I can see, but sometimes I don't have it. So imagine if I just went and recorded this whole thing, it would have just been audio, which is fine. But like I feel like the visual, I get to see you guys, man. So happy Monday. It's Monday morning. Hey, maybe this Monday you probably just did something and like you went to go in the car and you realized you didn't put any gas in, and you said you're gonna put gas in Sunday night, and you didn't. Or I don't know, man. Maybe you packed your lunch and just didn't bring it. You forgot your wallet. You forgot your phone. Something. It's that kind of day. It's okay. Don't worry about it, right? If that's you, leave a comment below. Tell me what happened. But yeah, that's what happened to me just doing this right now. So let's do this again. I guess I'm gonna do it differently. But what I was talking about was belief. I was saying, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that we believe in so many people around us, people we don't know, people we know. You might believe in like your favorite basketball player to like they're going to win because you just believe in their talent and their skill. But some people don't believe in themselves as much as they believe in other people, which is crazy. You can recognize opportunity, skill, talent in other people that you can see. But for some reason, sometimes people don't see it for themselves, right? And I think this Monday morning, you should believe. People out here will get that reference. But you should believe in yourself, man. And why is that? It's because... And what got me to this point of belief, right, is I was watching The Office, and there was an episode with D'Angelo. If you guys don't know D'Angelo is in The Office, my Office fans, you guys know exactly this situation. But if you don't know, go search D'Angelo The Office juggling. But let me kind of give you a little recap. D'Angelo replaces Michael Scott as manager, right? And then he's introducing himself to all these employees. So he decides to do a juggling act, right? But plot twist, he doesn't have any balls to juggle with. So he just juggles air like nothing and does this whole big presentation and performance. I'm just thinking about it. And I know if you guys have seen it, it's hilarious. But the point is like, that's what got me thinking about like believing in yourself, because this guy believed in himself like crazy to sit there and do a full performance with no balls in your hand, right? And that's what got me to that point about belief, where you should be able to believe in yourself so much. And we're in such a great time now. And I think this is what makes it amazing, especially if you've been sitting on an idea or something like, we're in such an amazing time where we can act and bet on ourselves, right? Like if you have an amazing idea, you can believe in yourself that you can get it done, and you can actually bet on yourself and go and do it. I think I spoke on this last time about getting started and using the resources you have, right? But that thought process of people just having so much belief for somebody else and not themselves, I'm like, damn, man, like I just would like you today to maybe turn that on and realize that you can do it too, man. Like especially if you're that person that's recognizing it in everyone else except yourself, come on, man. Wake up, man. It's Monday. Wake up. You can do it too. I believe in you. How about that? Does that work? Yeah, but honestly, I love doing these. I love coming on and having these conversations because I just think it's an easy way. So I guess now it's been like how many episodes in? I should start maybe giving you guys a little bit more information about me, right? Because let's say you clicked on this and now you've been watching since episode 1 and you're down to episode like 12 or something, right? So let's say, you jumped and you got to this episode. So I'm like, you know what? I come in, I give these conversations, have this talk and stuff, but I'm like, I don't really give you guys too much about who I am and what I do. And I think there's other ways to find that out about me. But the reason why I was saying the whole thing with the video stuff is so like my day to day is like I do video. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a video editor. I create videos and stuff like that, right? So I do that as a day job. I do that for clients. I do that for people. So that's what I do, right? But the reason I love doing this and having this like just these conversations is it's a way that I can create something without having to put so much like. Listen, when it comes to creating videos. And this channel's not about that. That's why this channel is totally separate. But, or when it just comes to your work in general, right? Like whatever you do, when it comes to your work, there's a lot of process that goes into it, right? It might not be the easiest thing in the world. It might take a lot of effort, a lot of time. And that's definitely that. So this is an easier way for me to just create something, have conversations. And it's just like, it's fun. So that's why I like doing this, man. And the reason why I call this podcast "It's Only Monday" is because like I see people, let me say before I even say that, personally myself, every day is another day to get it. Every day is an amazing day. Thank God for another day. I always say that because it's just like you just gotta realize how blessed you are for just like the smallest things, right? And when you live your life like that, it's just. You just see things differently, man. You're just automatically in a good mood, man. I woke up, geez, right? So the reason why I call this podcast "It's Only Monday" is because like Mondays, some people just dread Mondays, right? And I really believe life should be something that you build your life of how you want it. I feel like people are constantly always wanting to escape their life, which is fine, right? In the sense of like having films and movies to escape, right? I watch The Office. It's a funny escape. It allows me just to go into that world and find it hilarious and watch it. People want to go on vacations. People want to do other things. People want to go on, I don't know, different, whatever it is. But the reason I called it "It's Only Monday" is because I want this thing of like, if people are dreading Mondays or dreading any day of the week, I want you to look at it as like, first of all, it's only a Monday. It's only another day, right? And I want you to flip it and also be thankful for it. But it's only Monday. Like it's not something that's gonna, you've tackled Mondays multiple times throughout your life. You tackled many things throughout your life. And I think that concept of "it's only Monday" you should apply to everything. It's only this, it's only that. And what's this and that? This and that could be a situation you're dealing with, right? Trying to figure out something that might be kind of hard. It's only this, you've probably done it before. And if you haven't, you'll figure it out, right? And people figured it out before, you definitely can do it. This is just the belief episode. This is the episode of just boosting your confidence. This Monday morning, I just want to boost your confidence. I want you to be, I want to bring things down to make it so simple for you. And at the same time, like, just have you turn around and be like, hey, like, I can do this, man. Because it's crazy, man. The belief you'll have in all these other people and not yourself is mad, bro. It's mad. You know what I mean? You can't be out here, caping for everybody and just saying like, oh, I know they can do it. And then yourself, you're sitting there second guessing yourself or not even trying anything, And especially in the world we're in now, I just think you owe it to yourself to go do that. Why not? What do you have to lose? That's another thing. What do you have to lose? I don't like, I think people operate from a place of, and I think I had an episode about this, about maintaining, and I have a huge respect for people that can maintain things. I think that's hard, right? Getting things, I think in the world we live now, getting things is kind of easier. Maintaining has always been something that's like, can you maintain it? But this thing also, like, what do you have to lose, right? Because a lot of times we might be operating from places of not ever having those things, right? And I'm using things because it's a great example, but it's really means starting from square one, starting from point zero, Like, what do you have to lose? And like, when you have that mentality of like, I'm starting from scratch, there's only upside, right? And I think there's a lot of things in life that you can look at as like only upside. But anyways, I digress. Man, I've been kind of really focused lately. Really, really focused. yeah, I just guys like tap you guys in a little bit to what I got going on in my life. I've been really focused on some stuff I'm working on, and ideas I have for like long term thinking. And you know when you could see the things so vividly, and I've had a couple moments like that in my life where I've seen things so vividly, and you create that. And people in your mind right now, you might have again ideas, something you want to do. If it's in there and you see it vividly, you really do need to. You owe it to yourself to have that belief to get it out and do it, and then to see what it becomes, man. Because this world really is such a thing of just what people thought and did. You know, like the person that created something in this world is no smarter than you. You know what I mean? They might be smarter than you in a certain thing because they focused on it and it's a skill they learned. But people are people, man. You know, and I think if you empower everybody to know that they can do things, you have gifts, you have talents, and you just have to tap into those. They might not be, you know, if you haven't tapped into them yet, you might not be the greatest at it, but you can see that you kind of have maybe an inclination for certain things, right? For me, it was drawing. It was like drawing was something I could really do. It just was easier for me. And that's how I got into like art, and then that moved into like, you know, airbrushing and those type of things. But yes, you had a, you know, I don't want to say a predisposition of it, but you just had a natural inclination for some things. And then as you work on it and you keep going, you know, it becomes something that like is, you get better and better at. So, you know, once you get better at something, you know, you have that skill and now you can like use it for, you know, for good. Like something like Spider-Man or something. But yeah, man, lately I've been really, really focused and really seeing things clearly that I want to do. And I'm in this like space too where it's I'm excited, and I was having a conversation with my barber. Look at my lineup, it looks fresh, right? Ooh. But I was having a conversation with my barber about hindsight. And I think I don't, again, I always think I spoke about these things, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I spoke about it with somebody else. But if I didn't speak about it with you guys, I had this conversation about hindsight with him in the sense of like, the times we're living in seem so crazy, right? It does. It seems so crazy. Like things just seem unstable, unsure. You just don't know what's going on. But I was saying like these are the times though where when we look back, all we see is opportunity that we didn't maybe take, and we see, oh shoot, I wish like I was back there. Like, you know, like again, when it comes to from a financial standpoint, you know, investments and stuff, people are like, oh man, I wish I can go back to this year because I would have invested in this. And we all see those videos and those like posts where it's like, if you invested in Apple in 1990, whatever, you would have this much money right now, right? So we were talking about just like being in it. Like when you're in things and you're focused and you're grinding and you're doing your thing, and like how it might not, it's clear to you of what you want to do, but how things will come about might not be that clear. But like in hindsight, once you get to the other side, it was so obvious, right? And I was saying like, I think a lot of us right now are in that position where we're working on things, we're creating things, we're doing things that like we know looking back on it, we're like, we're going to be happy we believed in ourselves and took that step. But like, it's just that weird space where it's like, wow, like I'm recognizing that this is a great time and this is going to be something that's going to catapult something else. But it's just funny how with age and wisdom, and this is why I'm doing this podcast, because I just feel like if this is happening to me now, like I know if this is happening to me now where I'm recognizing patterns, imagine like if you're like a 16-year-old kid watching this, man, like you might not have gotten a chance to see that pattern. Like I'm 33, so it's not like I've lived this longest life, but I've lived long where now I'm starting to see patterns in life, and it's like I'm recognizing them to act on them, right? So, you know, again, if you're young, you're 15, you might not get a chance to see that pattern yet, but you know, having someone tell you like this might give you the opportunity to, you know, maybe you might have that inclination of something that you should be pushing on now that you have belief in. Go do it, you know? But that whole conversation with Hindsight, and he was agreeing that, like, there's so many things that we're going to look back at during this time. We're going to be like, yo, I wish I went harder in this, or I wish I did this, or I wish I tripled in this. And we see all the opportunity that we missed, right? So what I'm in right now is this season of knowing this opportunity is in front of me and trying to, attack it. But even if I don't know exactly what that is, in the sense of, because that's the thing, we might not know what it is. We might not know what the opportunities are, because like it's only going to really reveal what it was later down the line. But I'm just saying, if you have a vision in your mind and you have something, like, really go for it, because like the belief you'll have in yourself to make this thing happen, whatever it is, it will happen, right? But it's going to take work. It's going to take getting started. It's going to take belief. It's going to take like that guy juggling the balls and just believing that like he's giving the best performance of his life and people are like actually captivated. And even if they're not, who cares, right? Just do your thing. Life is short and life is long. And what does that mean? I think I said this before, and if I didn't, again, I'm just like mixing up conversations. But I'm pretty sure it was Chris Rock said it in the movie Down to Earth. And I'm going to search that to see if it's not. Because if not, it was a stand-up. I think it might have been a stand-up, or it could be Down to Earth. But he said, life is short, do the things that you want to do. Like, go for the things that you want to go. Life is short. You can get hit by a bus tomorrow. You never know. Then the other part he said is, life is long. You're probably not going to get hit by a bus tomorrow. Like, make sure you make good decisions and like focus on that type of stuff, because like you're going to be here for a long time. So it's that duality of things, right? So if you believe in yourself, like take it and go for the things. But my battery is starting to die, so I think I'm going to take that as a signal to, cut this shorter. But I want to just say, yeah, I hope you guys start believing in yourself more. Happy Monday. Thank God for another day. Blessed to see another one. And yeah, man, just really start believing in yourself and take that and bet on yourself, And what does that mean? Who knows what that opportunity and what that betting on yourself looks like in the future? But whatever inclination you have right now and feeling and clear vision that you're seeing that like no one else sees but you see, just try to do that, because whatever that is on the other side, you'll see. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I'm pretty sure my camera just died, so, or you know what, maybe the camera didn't die, maybe the monitor died. See, this is what happens when you're filming by yourself, man. It is what it is. I'm just gonna let this audio run, and it might be a black screen, or it might be, Actually, I have a feeling that it's still running, and my monitor died, but my camera's still recording. But I don't know. But the audio is still going, so you know what? I'll let the audio go, and then we'll see. But I'm gonna act like it's a camera still on. But yeah, that's the thing, man. I like this because it's impromptu. I can have this conversation with you. Hey, if things go wrong, it's not a big deal. Again, maybe a little more so you guys know a little bit more about me. Working in video and film and stuff, it's always, you gotta craft the best things. So for this, it's nice to just have a release that I can just, talk, still do my thing, but it's not crazy. There's no client trying to tell me what to do and, we need to change this. It's just free form, I can have these conversations. But yeah, you can see I'm more chill today, and just very introspective and focused. And I just want to maybe give that energy to you as well. I want you to make sure that you have the belief in yourself as much as you believe in other people. Start believing in yourself. And if you have a vision for something, just go and create it. Don't wait. Don't waste your time. Life is short and life is also long. So, it might be short. So if you don't do the things you're going to do, you're going to regret it. And then life is long. If you don't do the things you're going to do, you're going to regret it and live to regret it. So there's that. But yeah, that's it for today, man. Short and sweet. Maybe it's not short. Maybe it's not sweet. I don't know. But that's what it is today. Happy Monday, man. I hope you guys have a good one. Hope you guys have, get things done. You're productive. Take a couple steps to what you need to do in the future. And yeah, that's it. Again, thank God for another day. Yeah, that's it, man. It's Only Monday Podcast. Your boy JT. Subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff. Talk to you guys later.